Handshake not seen in more than 2 years among the warring parties in Yemen's conflict that has created a humanitarian crisis. Yemen's foreign minister on the left and the Yemeni rebel delegation chief flanking United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. At the end of a week of negotiations between the Yemeni government and rebels with the United Nations as mediator, and they announced some agreements.
You have reached an agreement on Hodeida port and city, which will see a mutual redeployment of forces from the port and the city and the establishment of a governorate-wide ceasefire. The UN will play a leading role in the port, and this will facilitate humanitarian access.
Hodeida port is controlled by Yemen's Houthi rebels, aligned with Iran. But the government forces are closing in, backed by a coalition led by Saudi Arabia. Aid groups say vital humanitarian assistance is hardly getting through there.
These will be the first withdrawals of any forces in the history of this conflict. And it will be done in the area of the greatest sensitivity and difficulty and danger. That's what those two sides have agreed.
But they didn't set a timetable for the withdrawals at the port. The setting for the talks, a renovated castle north of Stockholm, Sweden. A peaceful, snowy scene far removed from the 4-year-old war in Yemen that has killed tens of thousands and left millions scrambling just to get daily food, the UN says. UN officials say there's still much work to be done to try to end the war in Yemen and ease the humanitarian crisis there, like reopening the airport at the capital city of Sana'a, currently under rebel control. But Yemen's foreign minister expressed satisfaction with the outcome of the talks, and so did the chief negotiator for the Yemeni rebels.
This is just the beginning, but at least it's the beginning of a process in which there is a clear will to come to an end result that is peace in Yemen and a future that the Yemeni people deserves.
Results of these talks, including details for a large prisoner swap, are due to be presented to the UN Security Council on Friday, and the warring parties have agreed to meet again in January to keep negotiating. Al Goodman, CGTN, Rimbo, Sweden.